Welcome back to part 10 of 11 of the padlocks I would most and least recommend, and why. Now, this one is the latest and number 10 in the series, and as you can see already, the key type, where we will start, is a disc detainer type of key. It is a completely different type to what we've seen before, and it is a very sneaky one, and you have to have specific tools to be able to pick it. It's a disc detainer because the lock is in a disc type, and it will detain the key, so it will hold the key in while you are trying to lock it and unlock it. Once you've unlocked the padlock, it will not give you the key until it is locked again, both as a safety and security measure. When you do unlock it, the whole shackle here will come straight out, and you'll be left with this cylinder and this shackle in two separate parts. Now, I know that this is plastic in the middle, and I know that this is coated in plastic around the edge, but I have to say this is an absolute beast of a lock. I have done 5 separate videos on TikTok where I have tried to attack this thing. I have cut this off with a hacksaw to try and get to the mechanism. I have tried to cut this off, and I've also cut this off. And I've got to the lock, and I have failed completely to get into it in a destructive manner. It really is very solid. The shackle is way too thick to cut. You've got no chance of cutting that with bolt cutters. So it'll be interesting to see how it stands up to an angle grinder, which I may well do on another video. Now, there is an upgrade to this, and there's a gold one, which is £5 more, and that as well is sold secure, which means it's an excellent standard of padlock and has gone through rigorous training and testing. Now, there are other padlocks that have the disc detainer style to them, and there's a specific tool and technique that you can use to rip the lock straight out of the core, and the whole thing disintegrates, and you're in a minute. I got into one in about 30 seconds flat, but not this lock. I tried it with this lock, and it failed. I couldn't budge it. I tried forcing the key, and I failed. I tried cutting the top of the key so I could put the key in upside down and have a blank part here and use the same destructive force to get in, and I failed. And I must have spent 2 hours working on this thing. I couldn't pick it, I couldn't rip the core out, I couldn't damage it, I couldn't break it. And I previously mentioned I cut all of this plastic off here, this plastic off here, this plastic off here. I could not do anything with it. It is a very solid, very well-built lock. I was very impressed indeed, and I really like it. And it is absolutely worthy of 10th place in the series of 11 locks. So, well recommended, very sturdy, good for gates, good for chains. I've seen these go through bolts on gates. These will be good for trailers, for tow bars, for attaching cars to caravans. They will be good absolutely everywhere they would fit. They're solid, they're chunky, they are indestructible. It's an excellent lock, and I would very highly recommend them, and I sell them if you want one at a decent price. So that's it for that one. Thank you for watching, and as always, I hope you found this interesting, and if you have, please do feel free to subscribe and give me the thumbs up so I know that this is the sort of thing that you would like. And please do join me if you have watched the other 9 videos, and including this 10 videos in the series. Do come back and join me for number 11, where we are going to meet the Beast, and we'll see why. He is top of the scale, top of the food chain. He is the great white shark of padlocks. He is the I really do not want to drop this on my foot padlock. And it's one of my favourites, one of my favourite brands, which I would have to tell you privately. I couldn't advertise it publicly until I've had permission. But it is an absolute monster, and I cannot wait to show you. As always, thank you for watching. Do come back and join me for number 11, and give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's enjoy this journey together. Thank you. Goodbye.